As the first humans to ever venture out this far into the frontier.
Too fast! Sensitive portside damage.
Get out!
I thought we were both goners.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. I'm Operation DX, and welcome to the first episode of my Planet Explorers version 0.72 Let's Play. Here I'm creating my character that I'm going to use throughout this Let's Play. This is an alpha after all, and you are probably going to see some bugs and some of that stuff. Some ground rules for this Let's Play: I will not be using the fast travel system in this game, and I will not be using the global market, which allows you to buy anything at any point during story mode. So I consider that a cheat, and we won't be using it. With my character created, let's go ahead and get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time coming. As the first humans to ever venture out this far into the frontier, I cannot emphasize how proud I am to have made this journey with you, all of you. I look forward to us building a new home together. Let us make Baria into a shining beacon of the human civilization. Many rivers we had to cross, but we finally found our way.
Separation complete.
We are going for atmospheric entry burn in 3, 2,
Stand by.
mark!
Object approaching.
Emergency evasion.
Too fast!
Sensitive portside damage.
Get out!
Going down.
You're awake. The way we crashed, I thought we were both goners. Never trust machinery made on Earth. What is it now? I checked the locator. We should be somewhere on the southern hemisphere. Oh, probably the Galileo continent. Here's a map. Oh? Not what we were expecting, huh? Our first day on Maria, I think we hit something really hard coming down. Strange, though, since our radar system should have discovered any space fragment and avoided it. I wonder if my brother is all right. Hey! Did you not pay attention at all in colonization prep class on the way over? Maria is the second planet orbiting the Epsilon Indi star system, 11.83 light-years away from Earth. It has 80% Earth mass, 26% oxygen atmosphere, and 83% surface water. It's very similar to Earth. Well, before that planet became a gloomy, polluted mess. Can I help you?
And our adventure begins. Now, later on in the story, some of the characters are not completely voice acted, or they're not voice acted at all. So I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that when we get to that point. Maybe I'll just read the text and, I don't know, I'm not going to voice act it myself, but maybe I'll think of something creative to do when we get to that point. This first part of story mode is kind of a little tutorial to teach us how to survive in this hostile world. Our injured crewmate will be giving us some crafting recipes as we do a couple of tasks for her, so that we can become familiar with how everything works in the game of Planet Explorers. I just love how this story mode feels like a massive multiplayer game, and yet we're just playing here by ourselves. It has a very MMO feel to it. I love how you can change around your interface here, move menus to where you want them, and all that good stuff. However, I really wish that when you saved your game, your menus stayed in the position that you put them, as they don't. They pretty much reset to their default locations, and I do not like where they are placed in their default locations. I will try to minimize showing that throughout this Let's Play by not recording that as I load a save, and I'll start recording immediately after I load a save or whatever. So you are going to see a lot of gathering. This game, I mean, that's pretty much what you have to do. You have to do things to try to survive. You have to gather materials to craft different kinds of items. So you will see some mining. You will see a lot of traveling because, like I said in the beginning, we will not be using the fast travel system. You can fast travel in this game by spending a little bit of your currency in this game, and your currency being meat. So it's kind of interesting. As you hunt animals, you'll collect more meat. And that is what you're going to use to buy items from other NPC shops and how to acquire some crafting recipes that aren't given to you through quests. We are, in fact, on our first quest, just in case you missed it. We have to gather enough wood in order to craft a shovel so that we can unearth a crate somewhere around the crashed lifeboat. We missed that because I was trying to do introductions and I didn't read the text in the beginning there, but she did actually give us a quest and she did not, it wasn't voice acted, so that's what we're doing right now, and there's going to be a couple more of those. And again, like I said, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle those, whether I'm just going to read the quest or if I'm actually going to find some creative way to handle that. This Let's Play is going to be fairly meaty, and it is going to probably run for several weeks. I'm not sure how I'm going to balance this out time-wise, but each episode I plan to run about 15 to 20 minutes. They'll probably hit 20 minutes more often than it's going to hit 15 minutes, just because there's just a lot of stuff that needs to get done. So there we are, crafting our shovel, and now we can go over there and unearth that crate and get our next mission to continue on. Now, because there is most likely going to be a update to Planet Explorers to 0.75 by the end of February, and I don't know where I may be in that point. I may decide to double up on these episodes every day, or try to balance it out to where I'll be pretty far in the Let's Play by the end of February, but I'm not sure. I'm going to start off pretty much with one episode of this a day. I also have some other Let's Plays I'd like to get started, so there's probably going to be a couple of them running at once. But this one I wanted to do because I am completely addicted to this game right now, and I've been playing it a ton, and I thought it would be a great game to do a Let's Play. And again, I'm kind of skipping over this a little bit. I should, I guess, read these, but our injured crewmate gave us another quest, and what she'd like us to do is craft her some herbal juice so that she can be helped with some of her injuries. Unfortunately, we don't have everything we need to make the herbal juice. We're going to have to go back out and collect some lotus plants. That's what we didn't get. We got the tulips and the shade weed, but we don't have everything we need here. And again, this is something you're going to be seeing me do a lot of. Now, if I front load this stuff, we won't need to collect a lot of this later, so if I'm opportunistic and get it like a lot in the beginning of the game, I won't have to do it much later. Now, of course, this is helping us craft that because we'll need to get that to heal ourselves. So again, it's kind of teaching you the ropes of the game.
Oh?
Thank you. This will help. I could use some water to help this down. Can you go get me some? Here's a pitcher. Well, I guess I'm kind of misremembering the beginning sequences of this game, because I thought that most of this stuff was all voice acted. I guess for now I can either read or summarize the quest stuff. I guess I'll make a decision what to do from there, but like I said, I was kind of thinking I would do like one of those text-to-speech things for some of the other characters later on. It just makes it easier for a Let's Play kind of thing where everything is voice acted, but that's cool. I'll do however, whatever. Okay, so here is one of the things in Planet Explorers that sort of annoy me a little bit. So you kind of noticed there, I was kind of fumbling around there, like I didn't, you know, I was trying to do something, but I couldn't get it to go or whatever. And that's kind of what happens when sometimes you get near trees or near plants or near animals that you've taken down and trying to get the meat. You don't really quite know where you're supposed to click. So you're like clicking frantically all over the screen to try to make yourself interact with the thing you want. In this particular instance, I'm trying to cut down this tree. This particular kind of tree is actually going to be important later on because it gives us some things that we're going to need for base building and that sort of thing. So we're going to want to get some seeds so we can plant a garden, which is another awesome feature of this game, is doing that. But we are getting way, way ahead of ourselves. We aren't going to see that for quite a long time because we are just in the beginning of the game. And I'm going to pretty much go through the main storyline and quest for a good majority of this first part. There will be a point where we will break off and start working on base stuff, and because it does help, you can do things that you can't necessarily do without having your base. So we'll want to get that built sometime in the future in between the storyline. So even though our injured crewmate only needs a little bit of water, we're actually going to spend a little time here scooping up a bunch of water because we're going to need it later on. It's always kind of good to front load these things. I mean, normally I wouldn't be aware of it, but I've played through this game a couple of times because I like it that much. So yeah, we're going to just scoop up some water here. Unfortunately, this pitcher really doesn't give us a ton of water, so for gameplay purposes, there really isn't a better tool to get water, which I was kind of hoping there would be later on. Because as you would kind of figure as you progress through the better tools, not only do they mine and cut things down faster, but they also give you more resources. So the wooden pickaxe opposed to the top tier gold pickaxe has a massive difference, and you get a lot of resources with a gold pickaxe. So we don't want to spend a lot of time cutting down trees and mining unless we absolutely have to until we have better tools. Even the iron pickaxe and axe are far superior to what we're using right now. However, we are going to have a lot of ground to cover before we start getting those high-grade tools, so again, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but it's good to mention these things, I guess, in the first episode, and why I'm doing certain things to kind of help later stages of the game. I'm still not feeling too well. Unless there's a doctor around, I don't know how long I'll last. Let's not do this quite yet. That's actually a main story quest. We'll do the next tutorial. Go get me some animal fat, and I'll show you how to make a torch. Those hair creatures around here look like they could lose some weight.
Don't get hurt.
Yeah, I'll try not to get hurt, but that's what we have the herbal juice for. Even though Grady gives us the sword script after we finish this tutorial mission, it is actually a little easier if we go ahead and buy the sword script off of her, craft the sword so that we can go hunting, because this first starter knife is kind of terrible. The nice thing about it is it doesn't lose durability, because your weapons and tools, they lose durability as you use them, and they become non-functional. So that's the one kind of nice thing about that. But the drawback is it just does so little damage, it's really tough. So even that wooden axe that I just used to cut down that tree is superior to that little blue knife that we got in the beginning of the game. So we needed to get some wood so we can craft this sword. I have to learn the recipe real quick here because I didn't do that. Alright, so let's craft this. Cost some wood. There we go. So we don't have a ton of it right now. That's something we'll work on later, like I said. So let's go ahead and put this in one of my slots. Now here comes another one of my kind of pet peeves with this game. One of the things that will annoy me a little bit is, see the action bar below where we have our weapons and tools? And as you place the weapons and tools over the numbers disappear. I wish that there was a little number or indicator above those. I couldn't tell you how many times I've accidentally pressed the wrong key and ate some food, or used my healing pack instead of using my weapon or my tool that I wanted to go ahead and grab. Again, we want to kind of focus on these kind of trees that we're hitting right now because, again, they're important to the later game stuff. They not only give us wood, they give us some resin, and they also give us some plant fiber. That one didn't give us any resin, but did give us a bunch of plant fiber. Alright, so these are the starting animals pretty much in this area, and we're going to go ahead and fight this guy for some meat. Now, they kind of have like this morale system. After you've like done enough damage to them, they'll start running away from you, and it kind of becomes kind of hard to hit them. So the ranged combat in this game makes things so much better and easier. Although the starter bows and stuff don't do a lot of damage. Once you start getting guns, you're really on your way, because guns really help you to do a lot of stuff. But it's really nice, the system in this game, because of course the guns require bullets, and you have to either craft or buy these bullets, and they're not like super cheap, so you got to kind of be thoughtful of, you know, how you're spending it. And then the high-end weapons require energy, so it's like not like an unlimited source of you know, damage. Even vehicles require energy and stuff. And oh yes, there are vehicles in this game. It is awesome. We probably won't see that till the later parts, but that's one of the unique parts of this game. Is in order to craft vehicles, you have to open up the in-game editor and make them, because in this build of the game, there are no pre-built vehicles. And I don't know, it's kind of a cool feeling to do that, but I feel that some players may not wish to dive in there and make their own stuff, even though I find it extremely cool, and I love doing that kind of stuff. Not everybody might. But one of the cool things is, like, there's a place where you can actually download some of the vehicles and put them into your game, and I think that's a really, really good thing. But, of course, I'm going to build all of mine custom for the purposes of this Let's Play. I don't know if I'm going to get super deep with it, but I am going to build my own.
Can I help you?
How about that? Now let me show you how to make a torch. I'm going to go ahead and build my torch, and that's going to wrap things up for this first episode of my Planet Explorers Let's Play. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a great day, and take care.